Hello. Hi. Hello. If the pink glow can inform you of anything, we're back for more. Wrong one. That one. Tales of the Neon Sea. Where we are playing a cyborg noir detective and his superior cat. And doing puzzles. Lots of puzzles, apparently. So. Last time, we... Oh, it's going to start us up right here? Cool. We were in the cellar, which we were not supposed to be in, of the bar, going through the puzzles of a grand adventurer. And then we uploaded his brain to the internet. Sure thing. Bye! Okay. Let's see. This guy, Dr. Wondertales. You should have heard of Dr. Wondertales' stories sometimes. Every corner of the world, made countless friends, and collected all kinds of mysterious treasures. Besides, he left behind so many exciting adventure stories. He lived on exploration, and he himself was the definition of bravery. A Sumatran black-tailed monkey named Coconut went through all the adventures with the doc, and he had saved the doc's life in a couple critical moments. The best assistant in the world, the doc called him, and his signature look was the faith hat on his head. His fortune started from what his grandfather had left him. With the huge book collection and an impressive amount of funds, the doc became a gentleman with both wisdom and wealth. Numerous awards and credits with his talent, and he had even acquired himself a knighthood. An ordinary day during peak time, Dr. Wondertales disappeared from the public. The rumor has it that he had been killed in his adventure, or that he had become an emperor on some island, or that he still lives somewhere with his monkey assistant. No matter what the truth is, he has become a legend from mouth to mouth. Weird phrasing. Alright, well. Oh wait, no, I wanted to select yes, have another drink. Yes. I was held back. Drink as much as you like. I like the sound of that. You know Rex is an alcoholic, right? No one goes home sober. Whoo boy. Chapter 2. The guide is gone. I shouldn't have drunk so much last night. How did I even get back home? Hey, BBX, be more sobering medicine. BBX is shut down. Something cooler nearby. Cat. Where's William? Meow. Old police badge. By the stairs, you say. Secret sobering drug formula. Fresh worry-free herb is the key. M plus E. And then yellow leaves into the mortar and pestle. Add salt. Mix all that together. Cat party! What's this monkey mask doing here? William, you've got some explaining to do. And who's the new white cat? You switched girlfriends already? I didn't know you were so popular. No wonder Elizabeth doesn't want to come downstairs. This new white cat seems very attached to William. Are these bite marks? Oh, mijo. Wow. So what, William? You invited all your cat friends over after you dealt with the biocat imposter? I guess? I guess? Oh. Oof. I see. Phew. Grind, grind, grind. What was the recipe again? Take that, add salt, add M and E together. Now I'm confused. Shake that. Am I supposed to heat this? So weird. Royd, what a beautiful morning. We were pretty wasted last night. Feeling much better thanks to a few colorful chemicals and a pinch of herb. Are you still drinking that? About the photos of the implant device. The new SMS has locked up the whole case and no one can access it anymore. There's no way we can get the photos now. Alright. I got it. Unread message. Thank you very much for accepting this task. I've included all information regarding my partner Angela in the appendix. Hopefully it will be of some use. Thanks again, Angela, 17 years old, arithmetic ability, level 6, power limit value 54, lives life like a human being, bubbly personality. 2130 through 2139 worked in Bellflower House in Underbridge District, 2039 June now, working as a waitress at the Fantasy Jellyfish. New client? Hi, Mr. Detective. You have a parcel. To Mr. Rex. There you go. Have a good day. Kaboom? Is it the Underbridge district? My friends there would never send me gifts. I better scan this before opening it, just in case. Nothing on the sensors. A fuzzy bunny rabbit? Who is bored enough to play such a prank? Here you have all sun under the right eye. This looks like evidence in the Score Hotel murder case. Basson! Uh-huh. Oh, good. We're going to have another... No, what the hell is going on? Long time no see, Detective. The same hallucination as yesterday, but why did that guy appear in it? Is he still alive? I shot him that day, but his body was never recovered, and I haven't heard a thing about him since. Ooh. Bunny Rabbit belongs to the victim of the Score Hotel murder case when Noah murdered that family of 4. What does the sender want by sending me a fluffy toy in this device? Uh-huh. Make sure we've actually... All the documents on Noah and the linked cases are here. I won't ever be able to forget about this investigation. Arthur Forey Town, Alta State. Murder. Victim was an ordinary civilian housewife. The witness is the victim's husband, Mickey, who is the delivery man of the town. The witness found the victim murdered when he got back home from work. The murderer mutilated the victim's body and created some type of sculpture with the body parts in a damaged town robot. Blood and suspected murder mutilation tools were found at the crime scene. Nothing relevant to the murderer was found, so Mikey is considered the prime suspect at the moment. Addendum: Mikey developed depression after the murder and committed suicide a year later. Note 1. No conclusion can be made regarding the situation of missing organs due to a lack of information. Following the bizarre murder of the Starlight City singer, investigators brought up this case again, believing the two to be linked and thus part of a serial murder case. Forensic experts who performed the autopsy had different opinions, as the way the murderer created the sculptures was messy and orderless in the Arthur Forey Town case, while the mutilation in the singer sculpture murder case was highly skillful. Detective Gadget holds reservations to the opinions. Suspect is still on the loose. Police forces from all over the state will be working together to track down the murderer. Assumed male, 20 to 25, height 170 centimeters, thin in stature and likely to be mentally disordered. The suspect is believed to be isolated and unsociable and capable of avoiding detection. As the two crime scenes are quite distant from each other, it is very likely that the suspect has a personal vehicle and was able to enter the crime scene ahead of time and wait patiently for his target. All police forces should note that they are required to check all vehicles and people coming into the state to keep a good record of relevant information. A reporter questioned the police spokesperson during the press conference about the rumor but did not receive a direct answer. As the watchdog for civilian personal security, we sincerely hope the police can take appropriate action instead of covering up their failings by holding back the truth. The famous female singer Cheryl was found murdered in her dressing room mere minutes before she was due to perform at City Hall. Her mutilated body parts were found combined with those of a robot assistant into a religious sculpture by City Hall staff. Was this atrocity committed by a radical and fanatic congregation? So far, no religious organization has claimed responsibility. This is such a brutal and heinous crime, we wonder when the police are going to arrest the suspect. Will there be more victims? Security staff member found the sculpture made from the victim and the robot's mutilated body parts in the singer's dressing room when he arrived to deliver the 5-minute stage cue. Sculpture nicknamed Bassan the White because of its look. Detective Gadget, who is in charge of the crime scene investigation, found sign of New God Bassan at the bottom of the sculpture. The rest of the victim's body was put into a container and stored in the victim's personal locker in the theater. The murderer removed the throat while the victim was still alive, so the chance of the organ selling or transplanting is high. Transaction records of the human organ black market should be watched closely for possible clues of the murderer. According to the autopsy report, the throat organ was not found in either the sculpture or among the rest of the body parts. So building the perfect body? Is that what we're doing? Gross. The religious sculpture and ceremony arrangement both point to a new religious group that worship a new god. I have done research on documents of this new religion and found that the worship of more than one god. Their belief has a strong personal preference. The sign and sculpture at the crime scene points to a god called Bassan from Roverism, who stands for fusion and communication. By some special methods, I managed to join in the suspicious Roverism and participated in the sacrifice ceremony of the Bassan followers. These followers are quite extreme, and like most new religions that want fast expansion, most followers are I assume it's supposed to be keen on preaching their doctrine. Their sacrifice ceremony looks quite bizarre and incomprehensible, but there is nothing similar to the murder's ceremony arrangement, and their sacrifice is kind of similar to the shaman ceremony of some tribes in the last century. So I don't think they have anything to do with the murderer. The murderer might be an independent believer who has mental diseases, or the murderer did this to distract us, to mislead the police. Excluding the first case due to insufficient records, all murders prior involved victims with missing organs. The organs were taken away by the murderer, but the reason why is unclear. As per the forensic expert's testimony, the murderer seems to be refining his skills and familiarity with anatomy. But why? The forensic expert proposed a possibility during our communications that the murderer has been using the stolen organs to replace some diseased organs. The reason he has been practicing his skills is to help with carrying out organ replacement. Who could be the one that has the diseased organs? In the third case, a pattern similar to that in the summoning ceremony was found at the crime scene in addition to other marks of cult sacrifice. From the look of the crime scene, the murderer is likely to be a follower of Bassan, and he may have committed these murders for a fanatic religious ceremony. From the later cases, the murderer is found to be very precise when it comes to ceremony setups. Are they mentally disordered? The High Sea Cruise case. The AED board decided to throw a celebration party following a monumental breakthrough in the latest research of the new trip. The party was arranged on the luxurious cruise ship High Sea belonging to the company president. All members of the AED were killed in the private conference room on board the ship. According to witness reports and crime scene investigation, board members and administrative personnel of the AED company were killed during the celebration party. The murder happened on a cruise ship in international waters, and ship staff didn't notice anything abnormal, and nothing unusual was captured on the on-site monitor systems. Technicians later found the conference room monitor had been modified by the murderer and had been showing a pre-recorded loop, under cover of which the murderer killed everyone in the room. At the time when the ship was found, 41 people, including people from the AED ship and crew, had been killed. Some body parts of the dead were arranged with servant robots into a sculpture of the Messenger of Garden. And a large ceremony setup was marked out at the bottom of the sculpture with blood. Apart from the body parts that were made into the sculpture, all bodies were cleaned with water and placed carefully on the deck. The liver of one body was confirmed missing after the investigation. The murderer is believed to be a skilled hacker, which is something not noticed in previous cases. In this regard, he may be self-taught. In 2125, the government decided to invest in robot riot police, and AED won the contract. At the time, when the new chip was about to be completed, all board members were killed. Afterwards, AED was purchased by IQM, which is now believed to be closely involved in the case. The carbon prison sculpture. Both the victim and the witness are prison police officers. The witness entered cell block C to find the victim as she was late for the shift change. The witness found the victim and several prisoners killed and mutilated mercilessly. The murderer destroyed a prison service robot violently and made it into a sculpture of the twig of birch with the mutilated body parts of the dead. CSI later noted skillful technique was used. The witness then sounded the prison alarm. The monitor system failed to notice anything or anyone suspicious, and neither did the other prisoners. Like the previous cult sculpture cases, nothing related to the murderer's identity was found at the crime scene. The police are still investigating how the murderer entered the prison, committed the crime, and escaped without detection. The Special Mission Squad believes that the murderer is very familiar with the prison environment and the monitored areas. This suggests he could have worked at or been incarcerated in the prison before, but there is no further progress in the investigation. According to forensic experts, skin peelings were found on the deceased's chest in this case. Gross. Scott Hotel's sculpture. Missing organ, kidney. So this is the one with the bunnies from. The family of four that was on holiday were killed and mutilated in the hotel room. Some body parts are made into a sculpture of the King of White Wings. Crime scene investigation records, the murderer followed the wife, who went back to the room herself and killed and mutilated her. Her body was also made into a sculpture. Husband returned to the room early with 2 children. 11-year-old boy, 12-year-old girl, after getting the wife's text. The 3 victims were killed and mutilated in a similar way. Part of their bodies were sewn together with the body parts of the first victim to make the sculpture. Similar to the Singer sculpture murder case and the High Sea Cruise case, there were no fingerprints or other identifying information left at the scene. The left kidney of the grown woman and the right kidney of the girl were not found. Wow, these murders are brutal. Ooh. Found and retrieved a beak mask after the fight with Noah. There are no traces of skin or hair in the mask, but there are slight traces of liquid. Upon investigation, sweat and soluble cells were found. According to this, the person seems to be without an external layer of skin, resulting in residual dissolving cells in the mask. Experts assume this is a result of gene mutation. Gross. The DNA of this person doesn't match anything in known gene pools, to the point where it's difficult to even call the creature human. So was this the garden incident? Oh. That's me. Look, I was Inspector Gadget before I turned into a cyborg. That's not my name. After the Special Mission Squad was established, the leaders launched a directed effort to identify and catch the culprit. However, the murderer simply directed the police into a trap. The murderer used explosive devices to create chaos and cause panic. The federal police announced the establishment of a Special Mission Squad to deal with the recent serial murder cases. The famous Detective Gadget of Starlight City and the international security investigator Victor are designated as team leaders. The federal government has put a high expectation on this team, and the leaders are very confident of catching the murderer when speaking with reporters. Gadget joined the police on the 6th of September 2117 and worked in CSI and forensics. He solved several important cases and was lauded as one of the most excellent detectives in Starlight City. On the 5th of August 2126, Gadget was killed in action regarding the sculpture cases. He lost his life while trying to protect innocent civilians. The police team are grieving for Detective Gadget and urge all police work together to catch the murderer so that he didn't die for nothing. In the last meeting, Victor and various other participants decided that the likelihood of the murderer returning to Starlight is very small and that the police force should be properly prepared in neighboring areas. However, following our investigations, my partner and I believe that there is more at work here than meets the eye. We've caught a break. There were 1,766 test targets in this old experiment, and only 157 targets survived. There are 41 descendants of the survivors, and only 11 of them have remained genetically stable after 3 generations. Looking at the sculpture murders, so far the victims were all female, and if we exclude the ones who only have male descendants, the ones left are all ancestors of the serial murder victims. And the last one is John Toddy, special investigator of the intelligence agency, who died during a drugs case. Son, Victor Toddy. Daughter, Lena Toddy. Lena Toddy is currently studying at St. Lauster's Girls' College in the Musu Zone, Starlight City. Reinforced Gene Experiment Code 1887, classification level top secret. The experiment to reinforcing the intelligence of the test targets through genetic modification has been successful. However, it's a shame that there's a high chance of sequela among the descendants of the test targets in this experiment. The descendants will develop diseased organ collapse because of the incomplete inheritance from the modification of chromosome genetic sequences 3p35, 3p62.1, 3p1, 13, 5p21.4, 6p2.3. The test targets of Reinforced Gene Experiment 1887 have a genetic sequence that will respectively affect the pancreas, throat, liver, kidneys, and skin. Suppose the missing organ in the Arthur Forey Town case was the pancreas, then the order of missing organs in the later murder cases matches the order in the genetic sequence. The murderer is highly likely to be a descendant who kills to replace his diseased organs with normal organs of the victims. Only descendants of the test targets can meet his requirements. The skin peeling in the 5th case was a small amount, and it was far from enough, as once the skin starts to develop symptoms, it will expand to the whole body. The 5th case is likely to be just a trial to get the skin, and the murderer is going to kill again to get the complete skin. Gross. Uh-huh. Noah is a name that has been haunting Starlight City Police Station and even the entire federal police force. Before he appeared, there hadn't been any unsolved cases in Starlight, but the police have been having a lot of trouble ever since. He's like a ghost, and he never leaves behind any clue about who he is. The police can't even make any conclusion on Noah's gender. His work is well known, especially the work of the singing girl in front of City Hall. The police had to establish a special mission squad in the shortest time to deal with Noah. He seems to have no certain standard in his choice of victims in terms of nationality, age, gender, ethnicity, occupation, and experience. He has committed crime in 4 time zones, but never crossed south of the equator. As the crimes look to be the work of Basson, Noah is quite popular among the fanatics of the Rover Church, and is even regarded as the messenger of Goddess by some. In 2127, when the revolutionists began their terrorist attacks, Noah's name had been forgotten by most people, and no one has heard of anything from him since. The reason for Noah's disappearance is unclear, but the special investigator Victor, who has had several encounters with him, firmly believes that Noah is still alive and will make an appearance at some point. Oh, gross. Oh, that's why the mask is here. It's a mask of Noah. Hat on. Time to go to the repair shop. Whoa. Hi. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Christopher's not coming back anyway because the two candidates in the mural are trying to make a big fuss about the case. Aww. Oh! Huh. So the homeless guy happens to have been the romantic partner of the singer we were just reading about who was murdered. Customer complained to me last time because of the cats. No, this happened. My goodness. Seems like Alex is going to win the election for sure. Why is that? Missing robots have stirred up such controversy that no one wants to vote for Amos Augusto in case they get in trouble. Mrs. Perry was killed. I heard the murderer was a robot, a steward of a high-ranking official. I knew these robots were nothing but trouble. I also heard that a little girl witnessed everything. Poor girl, she must be having nightmares. Yeah, except that she did it. Arnold said he is leaving, and I hope he likes my kite. Look at how happy my little cheese is now. He will not suffer from any pain in this little digital world, and he will get all he wants. But why do I feel so miserable inside? Because your dog died, dude. I heard that if I go to Sky City, I will never get sick again. If only I could afford it. Things I fish out are always covered in purple sticky fluid that is hard to wash off. Oh, there's still some left on my finger. I wonder where it's from. Into the repair shop. You finally decided to become my test subject? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I came for your opinion on this piece of tech. Does it look familiar? What is this? Is it a device that improves computing capability? This robot's electronic brain did you cut open to get this? It's against the law to install external devices on electronic brains. Was this? It interferes with the inner core directly? Unusual. However, this is master craftsmanship, likely from the Underbridge district. You know, illegal alterations like this aren't uncommon there. Looks like I'll need to pay that place a visit. An old buddy of mine might know what this is. He has a workshop on Square Street in Underbridge. Piddly little place compared to mine, of course. He's called Charles. You won't be able to miss his huge white beard. So if you're not actually going to buy anything, can you please piss off? Okay. I'm gonna... I already went to the repair shop. Alright. Oh, I better take the bus. Oh, there we go. Wait for the bus. Bus. No, that disgusting twisted murderer who's responsible for the serial killings 13 years ago has never been heard of in all these years. It surprises me that he would appear in my hallucination. Is it really him? Where did he appear all of a sudden? This device and the thing from the robot's brain. Why would they provoke my hallucinations? Is it a coincidence, or are they connected in some way? The clues point to the Underbridge district. The last missing robot cases all happened there, and the police don't even bother to look into it because the area is considered a wasteland of losers. I don't know whether the king still remembers the little conflicts I had with him back then, so I need to be careful. It's his territory. However, illegal alterations are pretty common there, so it's likely I can find information about this device. A device that gives me a hallucination of Noah, a fluffy rabbit in the past. I don't feel good about this. Oh, you just ripped off that dude's arm. Rude. Alright. This is my home, so I try my best to ignore their harassment. These guys are relentless. They won't let me live in peace. It's probably time for me to move. You help me out, I can give you something as a reward. Hey. Underbridge approved. Like one of the more in repair shop. How does military machines up here? But perfect. Lucky me, I got a ladder out of it. What are you up to now, troublemaker? Stay away from my treasure. Okay. No. Okay. Combine those. Magnetic gun. Okay, well, I guess I'm done here. I guess you're going to the lower part of Underbridge District. Take my white card. I don't need it anymore and can't proceed without it. Flower Night Town as well. They've got new security there. There's no way you can get in without this. paid my taxes this month, didn't I? Rules have changed. You gotta prepay for the entire year. Well... No. What I was trying to say is I don't have enough money, so can you give me a couple more days? Make sure you bring the money before the end of the month, or else... No pass, no entry. How do I pass right here? Welcome to the most exciting place in all of Miracle Street. The city's most beautiful ladies await you inside. As beautiful as you? I assure you, sir, they eclipse even my beauty. My wallet. That's my wallet you stole. Yeah. You're just chasing that little boy in the right clothes. Damn right, I always stole my wallet, disappeared in the alley. I'll help get your stuff back. Hey, it's Charles. We'll get your belongings ready. Why don't you sit down and allow me to give you an examination on the house? You can detect my augments? Hang on, Charles' workshop. I guess that makes you Charles. Downtrodden mechanic in Underbridge at your service. It seems you know of me. Or I sent me to find you. Maybe you can help. Show him the thing. Device directly connected to the quantum brain? That's pretty complicated. No wonder that young man asked you to find me. This thing is equipped with anti-analysis mechanisms which will destroy the interior hardware if opened. This is what I like to call a challenge. Hey, give me a minute. Actually, I may have seen something like this recently. I serviced a robot not long ago, and there was an external device like this one jacked into his electronic brain. Was it from Underbridge? It was Brank from the Bellflower House. Yeah, and Dr. Edward asked me to help identify the device. I noticed that this thing was in hibernation mode and that irreversible damage could be done if it was tampered with, so I left it intact. Seems that a lot of people are looking for Brank recently. Now that's a robot with a story. Miracle Street. Maintenance technician for the big boobies. I mean the virtual tour guide Cannon. The people over there should be able to help. By the way, if you happen to see my grandson, it's worth asking him about it too. Recently, he's taken an interest in robots that have been disappearing lately. His name is Nanko. He's a little robot and a budding detective too. Sure. Okay. Alright, well, can't do anything else over here. Hey, are you slacking? You mean to help massage your tired muscles and bones? Mario, you do know that 2 days from now is Grace Day, Underbridge's most solemn festival. What my partner here is trying to ask is, what are we going to do if the statue isn't fixed in time? I'm on it. It'll be finished today. I certainly hope so, because we both know how much I'd enjoy kneading your back with my fists. Mario, the dignity of the king is in your hands. Just try to fix the statue on time. Thanks to this job, I haven't seen my dear Hideyosha in quite a while. My mind is wandering and it's difficult to concentrate. Yeah, sure. I, the infamous and decorated Detective Rex, would never read someone's private letters. We need a separator. Whatever that is. Gotta find more stuff elsewhere, I guess. Stop. I'm just gonna dismantle some random scrap all over the place. Alright, alright. Make me a gun of some kind. Yep. Don't use it on rubies. Let's go use it on a ruby. What's the worst that can happen? We die? I bet we blow up the statue. Laser Billy. I need a half arc liquid level adapter. Oh, there's an idea. I think I know what I need to do. I gotta power it up somehow, right? So, put this in there. And then set that up. It worked. I don't have any of that stuff. So yeah, I'm sure a soul separator is exactly what you want to put in your water supply. Good times at Miracle Street. All right. Hello, weirdo. A wager, you say? Bugger! Perhaps he's not as stupid as he looks. I can see numerous threads of destiny entangled around his half-robot body. Should follow his heart. Draw from this deck of Hugot cards. Lark offers an omen to lost wanderers. Go on, then. An astronaut, inverted in a tank of water. This represents adversity. No, maybe it's an illusion. A room full of sculptures. Invert float. Sure. Wait, is that William up on the balcony? Why is he here? Better question. How is he here? Meow 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 meow. I wish you could visit every day. Meow meow. That bloody cat is getting more action than I've had in the last 15 years. Hello, ladies. Hopefully my little assistant didn't annoy you too much. If you like cats, I have many at home. Do you want to come over to my place later and have a look at them? Looks like this little guy doesn't like what you've named him, Mr. Detective. You know who I am? Doesn't matter whether we know you or not. If the king knows you've snuck out here to have some fun, Miracle Street is bound to have some action. Turns out I'm busy today. I'll have to show you the cats some other time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Red is the one where green is right now. Orange. Orange is correct. Yellow is connected to purple. Green is to green. Teal and purple must be swapped. There, that should do it. Ba-dun-dun. William, knock it off and give me a hand. Meow. So your name is William, eh? It seems you're as smart as you are cute. Meow meow. Welcome to Miracle Street. What can I do for you? I'd like to ask you about your maintenance technician, Brank. Mr. Brank, he's a good person, very caring. He often talks with me about his dog. But I haven't seen him in 3 days. I remember he was complaining of a bad headache. He might have gone to see Dr. Edward. I neglected to mention that Dr. Edward opened a private clinic, often seeing robots for free. Robots in the area almost always go to see him when they fall ill. The clinic is located in the C4 district of Nightflower Town and can be accessed directly via elevator C. Francesca. Where'd that chick go? I just don't know what I'm going to do to keep this shop running. Timer's running out. What should I do? Who are you? Are you the one Nanko sent to help me? Goodness me, what took you so long? I'm actually not. I don't care who you are now. This show's about to get in. I have 3 showgirls missing. Could you please help me bring them back for dress rehearsal? I'm not very familiar with this place. I couldn't have gone far, and I think they should still be on Miracle Street or in Nightflower Town, so you can give me a hand. Yeah. Oid, Memne, and Meliti. You! Stop sniveling and tell me, do you know what you did wrong? Yes, I do. Please forgive me, Lola. Oh, it's you here. Please take this. I won't do it again. It's your wallet. See if there's anything missing. Yes, everything's here. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Don't worry. I'll teach him a lesson. Excuse me, lady, are you from the Rainbow Club? Excuse you, can't you seem having a pleasant conversation with this gentleman? Long silver hair. This is one of the missing showgirls, and she's busy chatting with a virtual salesperson. I wonder if I can find a way to shut him up. You can't even trust virtual salesmen to stick around nowadays. We were talking just a second ago, and now he's gone. Yep. What, you want to chat with me, mister? Francesca asked me to take you back for rehearsal. What? Am I not allowed to come out for some fresh air? I can't believe she sent you to find me. Well, do you want to talk instead? Yeah, why not? I guess a shabby old guy like you might be desperate enough to stick around. No offense. What shall we talk about, then? You know a robot named Brink? He's a maintenance worker for Canon. Oh, him. I know him. Rumor has it that he has a thing for Canon. A robot and a virtual tour guide. Good match, huh? Now that you're asking, it occurred to me he came to our club with some bigwig from a gang last week. He wasn't looking too good that day. I'm not into robots, though. Do they have good products? Come on, you're not jealous of a program, are you? Forget about him and come party at my club instead. Thanks for the offer, but you should come have a look. Apart from our dance performances, we have other programs and services as well. I'm a little rusty at this. Really should be getting back for rehearsal. I owed. Drop my name and you'll get a discount. Okay. Bye. What's this? You need a pass to get in there now. I heard that even the local sleep schedules have to be in line with a strict timetable. Hello. Hello. Goodbye. That's a fast, sucker. Access to the Mad District is restricted. Show me your pass. You are now a winner, not a sucker. Please enter. Wild. Okay, well, I was told they're not going to be outside of these areas, so... Medium blonde hair and a dog person. Maid Cafe in Nightflower Town. Is this not... I'm so confused now. I mean, maybe the Mao area is part of Nightflower Town? I don't even know. Apparently this is Nightflower Town. Uh-huh. Are you a showgirl from Rainbow Club? We're also here to find me. My partner just went offline. Can you please find out what had happened? He went offline and caused me to fail this quest. I'm not going back to work till I've completed it. In the real world. Sure. Go to the workbench, assemble the tools. We've created a lightsaber. Oh. All right. And there we go. All right. What was I doing? Poseidon will lead us to fusion. The global conflict started from separation, combining robots and humans. Poseidon will fuse, and the fusion will connect, take us to a new land. Good, they're not creepy or anything. Which is to say, they're all incredibly creepy. Did he just pass out? want to go to the clinic yet, so let's go back up to the top, run all the way over to the left, since we should be able to get by that guy now. Goodbye! To the maid cafe. Wish you two the best. Heard that he really likes his dog. Right? Oh yeah, he hasn't been here the past few days. It's quite unusual. Something wrong? Anything else? A2 above here. A2H7. A corgi? Yeah. Dogs do pant when they're never so excited. They also stick out their tongues to calm themselves. Can they understand what people say? No. Dogs only eat vegetarian food. Some people feed their dogs fresh vegetables and fruits. Sometimes I see dogs grazing on the weeds between all train tracks. No. Yes, correct. If your dog eats too much grass, take him to the vet. Maintenance technician? You know him? Of course. He often comes here with Ellie. She's so cute. Oh, sorry, you probably don't know Ellie. She's an absolutely giant corgi. What's this? Interesting. What's going on? Is there a problem? Guard, we must take a look. More about Brank? Forced work for gangs, I see. Wee. Aww. Yeah, we're done here. Thanks. What's this? Bridging Goldfinger? That's for making the God device. That guy's playing Switch. Alright. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Well, I can't go to those areas. I don't have the right cards. Markle Street. Alright, I found your dancers. There. Well, we gotta go to the clinic to find Brank. That's the only thing left, right? To the clinic. Information on him. I'm gonna get an earful when I get back. Doctor didn't take us seriously because he's got friends in high places looking out for him. The boss hasn't stopped me just now. I've taught him a lesson he won't soon forget. He really does have connection. Using force wouldn't end well for us. Hey, Granddad, get out of the way. Alright, well, we'll deal with you in a second. I know it hurts, but try to keep still. Fortunately, they are all just flesh wounds. These gangs have no principles. You don't look sick. Are you here for a physical? Dr. Edward, I'd like to ask about a robot named Brank. I understand he was a patient here? Seems everyone is looking for Brank. Some gang members were just asking about him. Huh. Let's see if any damage has been done to the instruments. You should lie down. Can you tell me about Brank? Sure, but I can't break doctor-patient confidentiality. What I can tell you is he lives in A2, which is the staff residence for Bellflower House. He often has problems with dog hair clogging his system, so he comes to the clinic every week for regular maintenance checks. There's a cafe over in District A3. Dog walkers like to go there. You can probably find some of Brank's acquaintances. Okay, I'll check it out, but I don't expect him to be deep with gangsters. I don't know much about it. I do know that those gangsters are looking now. Maybe he's on the run? He hasn't been here for a few days. If you do find him, please remind him he's due for an inspection. Well, so you're the detective looking for Brank? Who's asking? My name's Nanko. I'm a robot detective. Grandpa Charles adopted me and now I live in his workshop. Okay, yes, I'm Rex. Charles mentioned you. I heard you're looking for Brank. Indeed I am. I understand we share a common goal. Brank is the latest to have gone missing. Ah. All the missing robots also visited this clinic. I tried hacking the clinic's computer records, but found nothing useful. Maybe there are some critical paper documents in there? Need some help? I'd suggest the most logical course of action would be splitting our responsibilities. Please find Brank first. Here's a heaven level pass card. It's still experimental, so it's not completely functional yet. It can only unlock districts at orange level and below. That should be enough to get you to Brank's address. While you investigate his house, I'll be working on the clinic. Oh, that robot just died. Well, the doctor's downstairs. Yeah. Reinforcing certain physical functions by genetic modification has been proven stable and mature by the results. Expected experimental targets were all met. However, after long-term observation, we found the genetic modification had some flaws. Although the test subjects had successfully acquired the expected physical function reinforcement, we contaminate the genetic pool of test subjects more seriously than we had estimated. Though the long-term observation of subject EG6482, we found this genetic modification will lead to lesions being exhibited by every other generation among the descendants of this subject. Descendants would die soon because of the lesions of several body parts. Okay. I guess that's all the characters I need to meet. No, I don't trust the doctor. Are you kidding me? He's obviously a bad guy. Alright, well, I guess I've done what I can there. Moving on. H7 was Brank's place. Fine. Weak puppy. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. All right. Nope. Alright, it... Nope. Wait, that counts? Ugh, okay. It was easier than I thought it would be. Jeez, what the hell happened in here? There's a giant sun symbol on the wall. No signs of theft or robbery. Yeah, this is a signature Noah crime scene, so the purpose of the bunny parcel was to bring me here, but why? Well, I suppose I do recognize these crazy symbols from Noah's old crime scenes. Oh, look at the giant corgi! What's wrong with this dog? It's dying? A missing poster from a crime scene 13 years ago, which turns up in a missing robot's apartment. Some kind of message for me? The bunny puppet sent me the other day also belonged to one of the victims, so that makes two things linking this to Noah's case so far. Feed the dog. Trail of footprints from the bed to the door. Regular steps suggest staggering movements. Condensed fluid in the footprints. Someone must have gotten into bed and walked out of the room in a disorderly stagger. The steps look like the ones of a drunk or drugged person. Incorrect supplementary fluid. Looks like Frank is barely making ends meet. Were the wires yanked out? Unknown chemical can be seen in the recharging fluid. The user has ignored it. Eject liquid jar. No traces of a fight or struggle, and no sign of damage caused by the dog. I guess that's all the clues I'm gonna get. How did this go down? So it has to be that one or that one. No. I'm not sure how to do this. There we go. Frank put some kind of additive into the recharging fluid tank. The recharging device sounded a warning, but he gave it a manual override. The additive entered Brank's body through the recharging input port. Frank was recharging when he suddenly got up and yanked out the recharging input, which damaged his bed outlet and his own input. Staggered towards the door in a very strange way, ignoring the fluid leaking out of his body. He exited his home and went missing. There's no trace of another person at the scene, so Frank probably left by himself, and if the data from the recharge system failed forced wake-up function is correct, Brank left the room with his body in dormant mode, a sleepwalking robot. That shouldn't be possible. First the butler robot in Mrs. Perry's case, now Brank with some kind of implanted device. It stands to reason it's the implanted device that's causing both these robots to act irregularly. Anyway, this strange fluid additive needs to be investigated. It looks like a coagulation of a certain kind of liquid nanosubstance. What does it do? Do you know where your owner is? Should I follow this poor mutt? Let's go. Uh-huh. Let's go back in here. We're upstairs at the clinic there. Okay, fine. I mean, I did. It was bird face. This graffiti is very rough. It doesn't look like it's been drawn in a hurry. It just keeps showing up during my investigations. Okay. Okay, well, like, I know I have the battery. Oh, I'm allowed to jump across. Annoyance. First, must find place to plug in battery pack. Son. where am I supposed to plug in the battery other than there? Play? Okay, sure. Yeah, Basan looks great. We should all want to look so good. Look, I'm helping. Another diary? Does everyone keep their diary hidden in rubbish heaps now? Why am I constantly rooting through rubbish heaps? Great questions. No more questions. I think I missed a note somewhere based off looking at that. Go down, please. Thank you. Well, at least it's letting me know when power is flowing. start this equipment. The answer was no. What's through here? What's through here? And here? There's a body down there. Yeah, I was totally washing away evidence. I didn't know what that was going to do. I'm like the world's worst detective. Clearly. Why is there a mysterious tomb? Hey, Shock, I found the key to open the mysterious door. Which is gonna be... I sure did. Why would I need to comment on the body? Did it belong to that dead guy in the water? We're just finding diaries everywhere. I should not have followed it. I should have just focused on the maintenance job given to me by the gang members. Why did I follow them? I have nothing to do with that weird one. That person with the bird face mask. I should have never followed them into that cave. Curiosity really does kill the cat. There were a lot of glowing mushrooms in that cave, and I got lost inside. And then I saw... No, I saw its secret, and it's been haunting me ever since. It hides in the corner, behind the doors, and in my dreams. I have to hide in the sewer where there's no drinking water or food, but this is a horrible life. Now I have to survive on the food scraps and the rubbish that falls down through the rubbish pipes. Damn it! It has come. It will find him one day. I finally know who is after me. It is the god of death, and it will take me away, and I'm so tired I can hear it. It's finally here. Drain? We're all high on shrooms. Everybody. Everybody. Alright. We'll have to come back when we find a second battery. Alright. We got a lot of power now. Still not enough power. Okay, there's a battery here. Can I steal this battery? No. Ah, I need more power than this to fire that up. Cool. Alright, what am I missing? So this one only exists for that. I have a feeling that it's like I'm supposed to find some way over there. There we go. I've charged another battery. Let's shove this out into the actual power. Ugh. Gotta get that battery. Alright, that's working. But now, let's make our way to the weird, creepy room. I mean, what's the worst that could happen by putting these batteries in, right? Weird statues with glowing red eyes have always been good, right? Only the chosen one can remove the sword and be imbued with the ancient spirit contained within. I can't pull it out. Is that it? Really? And now I can't reclaim the batteries. So that was it. That was the whole thing. I found the tomb, and I can't pull the sword because I am not the chosen one. There's nothing else for me to do here. Hey, I just found a catacomb. No big deal. It's fine. Not like I was doing anything worthwhile. Button. All right, Brink. Ooh, that seems... What the? Storing such a large amount of recharge fluid is a big project. There must be something huge connected to this machine. Robot joints, bones, nerves, muscle fibers. No complete limbs. So these are remains of robot dissection? Is there a difference within the robots themselves? This robot is dead. Let me check inside the head casing. Yeah, he has the same device installed as the other. Looks like this one's broken though. Entering the electronic brain through the implanted device. Is this how brain was controlled? He must have been here. Alright. Well... Welcome to the company. This equipment seems to be sending out instructions through the movements of the fluid. What is it calling for? Test the device. I should take some samples. Huh. All right, well, I guess we're done here. Oh no. I broke the generator. Oh no. That explosion was aimed at me. Has someone spotted me? Or some sort of automatic defense system? The passageway is ruined and the explosion will attract a lot of attention. Maybe it's too risky to continue my investigation. I required a sample of the fluid. If I can figure out its origin and effects, then I'll know how the murderer did it. I'll probably also find out his motive as well. I'll go find Charles in his workshop. No, I want to... As long as you stay like this, you should be able to move around again soon. I see. How do you feel? Great. I feel as good as the day I was born. Thank you so much for your help. I'll pay for it later at the clinic. Focus more on your work-life balance. If you work too hard, the problem may recur. Thanks for the advice. See you later. It seems I'm not as good as you at solving immediate problems when they present themselves. Ha! Age and experience, Sonny. I've been cutting my teeth on this stuff for decades. How's your wound? Looks serious. I dealt with it at the clinic. It's not that bad, but it will take some time to recover. Those gangs are out of control. This is why a doctor is so badly needed in Underbridge District. And thanks to you, Sonny, we've got one! The other hospitals are too far to get to when you're sick. Yes, well, thanks for the kind words. I'll pass them on to my wife. Looks like you have a visitor. No. Yeah. Hi. While tracing Brank's movements, I found this. It seems to be some type of nanostructure. Can you help me analyze it? A group of high-density nanorobots. They appear to be in a fluidic state. Edward, come have a look. Is this what you were talking about before? Yes, very similar, but I remember they were still experimental and hadn't been put into production. How could they even be here unless the king... It seems there's more to the Underbridge district than meets the eye. By the way, young man, how'd you get so filthy? I triggered a bomb and everything I collected got ruined in the explosion. This one clue is the only thing I have left to continue the investigation. An explosion? I hope the clinic is okay. I wonder if that's why Luna keeps calling me. Was the explosion near the clinic? You should go back and check it out. I'm on my way. We can talk later. I'll take a close look at this fluid, young man, and you should have the results by tomorrow. Alright, thanks, Charles. Charles. Nanko lent me this door card earlier. It's very convenient. I hear it was your invention. This is prototype. I've since developed a new heaven-level pass card. The gangster's pass card system won't stop an old man like me from along. Pretty impressive work, I must say. You have so many inventions. Of course I do. The Soul Separator and Laser Billy are two of my personal favorites. I don't suppose you have any core processor chips for an old robot laying around. My friend has been, well, out of action lately. It is nearly impossible to find parts of those antique robots now, but my God's touch device should work on even the most ancient androids. Looks like you have all the necessary parts to put it together, and all you need to do is print one out according to the blueprint. Bop. 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 What about Brank? I gotta be worried about BB. I'll start researching the supplement you gave me later. Don't worry, I'll have the results tomorrow. Alright, you don't have anything new to say. Kids! Why are you three here? What are you talking about? We were talking about the explosion at the big water wheel earlier. Oh, was there an explosion? You don't look surprised at all. Are you in any way involved? What, did you blow it up? Wow. No. I was searching for Brank. His trail was erratic, like someone else was operating his limbs. It led me to a place with charging bays and a tank of some strange nano fluid. This fluid would be what was controlling him, and then seconds later, boom. I barely escaped. Missing robot cases. The robots were controlled. That possibility never crossed my mind. Cool, the gangsters must be conducting secret experiments. Not sure whether there's anything to do with the gangs, but the explosion happened when I was about to find out more. If you didn't see anyone coming after you, it's likely to be an automatically triggered self-destruction device. I think you're right. The explosion ruined all of the evidence, but I was lucky enough to have collected some samples of the nanofluid before that. Charles is looking into it now. This is so much more complicated than we thought it was at first. The three of us will keep collecting information. If we find anything, I will let you know tomorrow. Good luck. Be careful. I don't want to rescue two miscreant kids and a robot that thinks it's a real detective. Well, time to go. Don't worry, I'll have them results tomorrow. Taken from her dressing room and lost for 13 years. Now it turns up in Brank's apartment. Why? Is someone trying to send a message? This feels like the work of Noah. The nanofluid in that machine seems to have a supporting relationship with the brain implant device. Could they be working together to control robots' behavior? Are the missing robots the work of Noah as well? Damn it. Nearly everything was lost in the explosion. Where the hell is Brank? If I get to the bottom of this soon, more robots might be taken. Come on, Charles, I'm counting on you. That's what about Brank. We lost the trail. William! How did I get back here before that idiot? Didn't he leave Underbridge before me? We're going to call it a night there. But that just means that next time we get to start with a William mission. Young Master William. It'll be great. Anyway. Oh. Thanks for hanging out. The puzzles weren't nearly as maddening as... What was that guy's name? The Puzzle Master? Dr. Puzzle Master? Whatever. Which is good. But yeah. A little weird that we found a dead body to start the game, and we were very like, oh geez, we found a dead body. Call the police, set up a crime scene, do all the investigation. And it's like, that was cool. We find another dead body, and we just can't flush some trash by it. Go steal a key, not say anything about it. Don't tell anyone that we found a dead guy in the sewer who looks like he was probably killed by Noah, a known and wanted serial killer. It's like we go to Brank's place and we find evidence that, like, hey, this serial killer must be involved somehow because we have this stuff that only he could have. Right. I mean, I guess it was in Underbridge. And we were told the police don't go there. So maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's all it is. We just knew they weren't going to come investigate anyway. But we'll get into it next time. All right. Have a good night. Bye.